I'm sure you've seen a million and one looks all over social media, but guess what? This is another one. So I'm starting off with a blonde wig. I'm using the Got To Be spray in this video because it gives me a really nice hold, but it only lasts for like 2 days max, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. The key to making sure that that lace front sticks on really well is to make sure you are blow drying on a cool setting. Ladies, I repeat, a cool setting. All right, y'all. So I've already started and I have my foundation on. I'm starting with my brows and I'm using that brow gel set because I want it to just dry. I'm going to work on the rest of my face and then come back to my brows because I want to make sure that it's spread out as much as possible. So I'm starting off with my concealer. I'm actually highlighting first. So you're going to see me highlight underneath my eyes, my forehead, the bridge of my nose, and just in the crevice of my cheeks and around my mouth area. I love to do it, especially around the mouth area, because it helps give that like perfect lip, like clean line. And so that's really, really important, especially if you plan on taking lots of pictures. One of the keys to also making sure that your makeup is flawless and that it looks great in pictures and in person is you want to make sure that you are blending, 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 blending. It's extremely important. In the beginning, when I first started doing my makeup, I didn't really realize how important it was. Like I was using the right kind of tools, I was using the right type of products, but when it comes down to it, you just have to blend and take your time with it so that it can last really well. So here we are back on the brows. I like my brows not super heavy. I like to start off with a pencil and then I like to go in with a powder. I like to use a powder because there's no shine to it. I feel like when your eyebrows are shiny, it looks a little harsh and it just doesn't look real. You want to make sure when you're doing your brows that it mimics real hair. So I'm just setting it with a nice little golden gel set and then I'm going in with concealer underneath my brows as well as on top of my brows. I don't always do that, but for today's look, I'm doing that because I want to make sure that those brows are snatched. So I'm starting off with a white base. Again, because this is like a pinky look, you want to make sure that that pink is somewhat opaque and that it really stands out. So that's a really good tip when you are doing your eyeshadow looks and you are not necessarily doing a neutral situation, but you have some pops of color. Always start out with a really good white base. All right, so here you go with this. This is actually a blush, believe it or not. If I'm not mistaken, this is my e.l.f. blush. And I've had it for like a really long time, but I love that type of, it's like a really flamingo type of pink. So here I am going over with just a little bit of the highlight. So that highlight is actually going to be the same highlight you're going to see in my cheeks in just a little bit. And I actually use that on top of my eyeshadow just to make it stand out a little bit. So I'm just doing like a really fat cat eye. I'm just in the mood for a cat eye. I feel like it gives me like a nice, elongated eye and it makes it really sultry. And then I'm just going in and just making sure I am blending all the powder that I used underneath my eyes, the bridge of my nose, around my mouth, forehead. Remember when I said earlier, blend, 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 blend. And I love to marry my lashes together. You can't see where it starts and where it ends when you do this. And I love to add that baby doll effect to the bottom of my eyelashes as well. So I'm going back in with just a loose powder on top and I'm going to go ahead and do that highlight on my cheeks as well as my blush color. Yes, you see it? You can kind of see that pop on the eyelid as well. And then I didn't forget the bridge of my nose and then, my Cupid's bow. I felt like I needed a little bit more than beyond just the mascara on the bottom. And I think smudging it out the bottom really shakes things up a little bit. So this is like my favorite part in this entire video. I love this lip color called Starcrossed by Colorpop. It was $6. I actually don't like to wear a lot of color on my lip, but I love this because it's a perfect fuchsia and red and it's just, you can't go wrong with it. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching my video. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you next time and enjoy your Valentine's Day. God bless.